So I had met Phil about 5 years ago at an event I did at the Dearborn Federal Credit Union. Phil is an older gentleman, been in his house for 35 years, raised his kids there. Just like a lot of older people in Livonia, he had a beautiful colonial in a desirable area, a lot of stuff that needed repair, and he was very overwhelmed and lost on where to start. And so when I met Phil, we took a look at his house and had a game plan, but Phil just wasn't ready. So we just took our time, and I kept in touch over the last 5 years until it was like late in 2024 when Phil was finally ready to make the move. And it's a lot. It's a lot when you have a 2,800 square foot house that is filled with stuff of 35 years, lots of memories, lots of things that needed some love and repair so that we could get top dollar. But I was able to help Phil get in touch with a lot of vendors that he needed in order to sell what he could. Junk removal, we did wallpaper removal, we did painting. It was a hard process for Phil. It was very, very emotional. And he trusted me, and he trusted me to guide him on, hey, these are the things that we need to invest money in order to make sure that we get top dollar. And it's hard when somebody's asking you to, spend money before you sell. But he did. He trusted me. We got old wallpaper removed. We replaced some carpeting. We did a lot of small repairs, and I was able to come in and get the property deep cleaned, professionally staged. The photos look great. And it wasn't, we listed it in December, which isn't the most ideal time to sell because it's usually a slower time, but we still got good traffic, and we ended up with a couple offers over the weekend. And I think we were able to get like $15,000 above ask for Phil with an appraisal guarantee and very minimal issues with inspection. So we had a smooth closing, and we couldn't have really asked for a better result. And it was such a great family that ended up buying the property, and I'm sure that they're going to turn it into something amazing. So Phil gave me one of the best reviews I've ever had. It was a pleasure working with him, and he is now in his next chapter, absolutely loving where he's at, getting to be with people that he enjoys, and going to theater and not having the burden of this big house weighing on him anymore. That is such a joy for me, knowing that I took that off his plate and that I was able to get him the absolute most money I could for his house. So he's got that financial security to help take him through the rest of his life.